Yeah, great job. Mu of x bar is equal to mu, which was, if we remember here, was related to our 8, right? Which was 8 hours of sleep, right there. And what about our sigma of x bar? What does that equal?
Right here.
Lindsay? I saw Lindsay first. Sorry, Mike.
Sx over root n.
Yeah, s of x over square root of n. Very good. Where n was our sample size, right? Which was, I think it was 14 or something like that. And s of x was 1.16. Could someone throw that in their calculator real quick and get that out?
Someone says that. We always just wait. But someone will want to
I have some classes I'll just wait. And wait.
Make it really uncomfortable.
0.083.
0.083, good.
Job, Jack.
Awesome. Okay, so as we draw this picture, right, we go and approach the picture side. This is starting our do part. So the plain part was more on number 3. The do part is from 4 down. So as we draw this, we have our normal distribution. What's in the center?
8.
Say again? 8. Good, Michael. And when we have our statistic, where's our statistic? Yeah, kind of 2 standard deviations. Is it to the left? Yeah, because it's about 8.4 or 6.41. So 6.41 would be more towards the left side, which is our x bar, right? And Shane, where would I shade on this part? To the left. Very good. Because you remember, right? The fact that it's less than would be the alternative. Lindsay?
Is 14 the square root of n, or is n the population? I mean the sample size.
It should be square root of 14. Yes, it should be square root of 14. That was my bust. All right, cool. Now, in doing this, right, we don't go to normal CDF anymore, right? Because we're in what world, Jane? Mean world, so we go to T-star, right? We do T-stuff. Here's the one thing to remember with this. It's T-CDF, lower, upper, DF. Good, Michael. Good. So that would be our T-CDF. I will tell you, though, make a little note here. I'd forgotten, I don't know what I was thinking earlier. Within one of these values, we've got to make sure that we do not put in 6.41 because T-CDF can't take that. We actually have to use our T-star value or our T-score value instead of 6.41. You remember this? Kind of, sort of? Okay, so remember how we find Z-score, right? We're going to do Z-score or T-score. Okay, so on this side, we'll do T is equal to our value minus our mean divided by our standard deviation. That's our general formula, right? We then go in and say this is x bar minus mu divided by s of x over square root of n. And then when I really plug it in, what's the standard deviation again? 0.083. Our x bar is 4.1, good, minus 8, right? Very good. Jacqueline, would you mind throwing that in your calculator real quick?
Since the standard is square root of 14, should it not be 0.083?
Does that change it when we do it? It could be. Jacqueline, when you put it in earlier, did you do the square root of 14? Because I'd forgotten to
No,
put
you
this.
didn't put it.
That was my bust. My fault. So that's going to change this a little bit. Change that. Would someone mind doing
0.31.
0.31 here?
No, for up there, yeah.
Up here, 0.31. Okay. So 0.31 would be the standard deviation. So we could put 0.31 here. Chris, thanks for checking that. And then if someone could find what the T-score is, kind of moving towards that. Okay?
Just do 6.41 minus 8.
Put this in here.
What is that?
Divided by
No, I already did that.
table what? Oh, I don't know how to do it.
What is lower?
Oh no, we're just doing this part. Just throw this in on your calculator first.
Negative 5.12.
Wait.
Is that quite a bit of like standard deviations away from my mean? That's a lot. That's a lot. So I would say this is probably going to be approaching 0, right? To test this though, we're going to plug in our lower to upper, right? Now here's the thing. For this one, I want you to make a note here because this is something that's hard to remember, easy to forget. Can't put 6.41 in. You have to put in your t-score. So it should look like this. TCDF negative 99999. Or, yes, it depends on what your mood is in. Negative 5.12. And then, comma, what's your degrees of freedom?
N minus 1.
13, because it's n minus 1. Good. And when you plug that in, what would be your p-value? I think it's going to be 0.000 something. Yes, you may. Absolutely. I also, just a heads up here, I don't like to use table B here. I like to really use the calculator on this because sometimes it's not conducive when we're talking about tests. So just a heads up there. I don't usually use table B. I usually go to TCDF once I found my t-score, t-statistic, or t-value. Cool. What'd you get, Jacqueline?
It's not equal to.
What is it? Oh, so it's like 0.0, because it's to the negative 5th. So that would be like 0.00009, which is approximately 0. That's approaching 0. Okay? All right? Does that sound good?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Hey, conclusion. Let's talk about this, okay? In conclusion, what can we say? Because what?
Because our p-value is 0.0.
Because p is approximately 0 and is less than our alpha level of 0.05.
We have convincing evidence.
I did.
Something is happening.
It wasn't.
Good, so we do have convincing evidence, right? We have convincing evidence. Someone take over for Lindsay. She's been rocking it. What else could we say? We have convincing evidence.
That the AP stat students get less than 8 hours of sleep per night.
AP stats students get less than 8 hours per night. Boom. I love it. Questions? How'd that feel? Is that any,
I felt really good.
it's not bad, right? Not bad. A part of the state plan do conclude process, what's the part that you're struggling with the most? The details? Yeah, it's like the half points, right? Those little things. Here's what's good about this. The expectation that I have for you on these tests right now, on the state plan do conclude, it's like up here. This is my expectation, like right here. The AP exam is like right here, okay? And you say, Coach, why are you doing that? Mainly because like if you go in and you do exactly like we say for the state plan do conclude, you'll get full credit every time, okay? So that's why for me, hey, let's rock one of those because you're going to get one of those on the actual test, okay? At least one.
Is this a one-portion team?
It is, and I don't even know if I said this per se,
You didn't.
which means that the details, right?
It would be a
It's
one
my fault.
sample. Is it one sample?
It is. It's a one sample
That's definitely.
t-test. Good job, Shane. Good job, Chloe.
It was Shane. Shane did his part. Although I'm not proud of him. He deserved it.
Yeah, he reminded me, and then Chloe said it's good.
Teamwork.
I'm
Good
sharing
stuff.
on everyone.
Teamwork. Okay, here's what I'd like for you to do. With people around you, either on your desk or if you want to put it on your check your understanding, I'm going to give 3 tickets per person in your group for the first team that can get the full FRQ right on the next page, okay? So I want you to go
Like against time.
Anybody want
Right here.
fuel?
Stop.
I'm going to give you 12 minutes you go as far as you can. When you're done with you and your group, I'll come around and check it. If you can get all of the parts right first, then I've got tickets for it. All right, ready?
Break.
I don't even have to say it. I don't have to say it. Very good. I'm gonna give you 12 minutes.
Do you want a thin marker?
I got
Thin one?
there was one.
Okay.
Well, I'm just trying to be nice. I mean, if you want a thin one, then grab
There
it.
we go. But thanks for offering. Okay. Right, crew. Where do we go? Just markers.
Just gonna bring
I'm gonna.
I know. Talk with you.
Oh, sorry.
One sample.
cheese.
Did the door just open?
It's 30 range.
What's the general thing again? I already
Sure.
did the test. Minus something.
You feel confident?
You know that you put in the test. I got it wrong.
No, like, I don't know.
No, that's all I need is
I feel like those
Here we
are
go.
50 shot whether I go here high.
Value minus
Plus me. Oh, I did put that.
Well,
Why
you
did I
did
put
put
that?
it,
I didn't
that's
use
why-
it.
that's why.
No, I did use it. Wow, look at that.
So, did you get counted off for this state plan due part? From what I remember, that was the main piece that was half the point. That one I tried to keep that first. Does that make sense? Like this right here, it's not like right here. This is more just the process, right? Here's what I saw. You went to look at this. Got me. That was the best that you took. But this needed a one proportion to the test. Does that make sense? May I use your calculator real quick?
It's like that, I think.
What is that? The reason why is I want you to show you guys.
all, yeah, just all water in
I want
the
to show you can do this. So, so right there, if I added 7 to that,
Does it say?
Yeah, it's
right now, that was not.
low up for your motivations. It doesn't say
That's
it's
where you're
normal.
sitting. You know what I'm saying? Which
All
is
large
a lot. That looks a lot better. I say that because the state plan you very important.
No
So it's more
skewness
just
or
reps. Just repping that out. You know what I'm saying?
or does it?
You can go in
If
order,
you're
yeah.
gonna miss multiple
You know, I'm
times,
just
that's
trying to
okay.
just
You know what I'm
Put it
saying? On this one, I could see how this could be confusing. You know what I'm saying? I to be honest, like, I'm not very good like comprehending and stuff. I have to really work at it. So I'm not saying that was absolutely all. You know what I'm saying? If you did this, that's really the part that you know what to expect. Like you know what it is, and you can kind of figure it out.
Squared.
I think it's just going through reps. You know what I'm saying? So here's the deal. I just want you to know. I'm not good at drawing a picture. Now whether you do or not, that's up to you. You know, but I know for me that I'm not. Because I saw the last one. You know what I'm
On the test, I
saying?
would.
I'm here at 5:40. I'm here to go.
Oh, yeah.
I forget. You could be upset.
Yeah, exactly.
I stopped.
Fine.
I'll take reading notes, but I don't
I just
listen
need you to know that
to
I'm here
the
so
words.
He put me to sleep and I woke up.
Dude, I still get up late.
with as far as this goes. Yeah.
Is there like a look on the screen? And I missed that. And I woke up and she right away. She's like, you missed it.
You got to get this test straight.
I'm like, ah.
Your
I hope so. This isn't bad.
I woke up and there was like loud things going on, like the cartoon music. You know, like,
so that's not as big of a deal.
Really?
My big thing is for the content.
Grace and I were both asleep.
I know. Grace didn't see it. She'd be like, what? She puts her eyes like right the second
She fell asleep like that still. Like way worse. On the bottom.
What is
Which I could never do.
below 5?
With my shoulder like throbbing.
Crazy.
Yeah, I never fall asleep. That's what
I don't know why people who were asleep. They all woke up.
I think I do.
Like, they were all talking about it with Cole in the hallway during like on like
You make one Welsh.
what? Can someone hold the hypothesis? Because I don't know if this is right.
Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. like happening? Where's the hypotenuse? Oh. Is it less than?
Yeah, that's less than HA.
It's below because it says below.
Yeah, I know, but.
Yep. Okay. Extra mark.
Just be careful of notation. Just make sure you.
I have a question about my test.
Is that
I
really
don't
the
really
type of
answer questions on tests. I really don't.
This was just a
ticket.
ticket. Okay. I have a question. So if you get something wrong here, should you, and you get the points taken off here, you still get the points taken off here even though you're wrong here. Like if I have this right.
That's a good question. May I look at it real quick? Because you might have a legitimate. You might have.
The one that you do, let's just get the C back. Yeah.
Do I use my table?
Oh, I know
Or
why.
you can use the.
I don't want that. I'd rather use the table.
I could see either way.
Is it?
I could see it go either way. The only reason why. So here's what I'll do. Let me think on it. So put over the left side. Highlight it. Put on the left side. Like writing that out, just making sure it's like left or it's less than or
Not the symbol.
two. Yeah, just to write it out. I think that's kind of chintzy in terms of. I probably give that back to you.
So the test statistic is
My
negative.
handwriting's even worse, I swear. Yeah. So yeah, just give it to
So
me.
what does that mean?
How do I calculate?
Throw it out.
A degree freedom.
Like you just didn't get any points on that for the extra points there.
Where does it say throw out?
Oh, it's just
What
like I
symbol?
don't know what it is. It's like a
I'm trying to
it's like
remember
a
what it
circle with like a squid like throw it out. Yeah, so throw it. Yeah,
was.
yeah.
Like
So,
you do it with your finger.
so I start with the circle and then I just like throw it out.
Oh, God.
I've never seen that before.
Really?
Wow. You learn
Am I
something new
right?
every day.
I'm sorry.
No, I like it. Thank you.
I like it. When you're done, let me know. I don't know why I do
I feel
that.
bad.
I don't know how to
think I
use
insulted
Table
you.
V
I hope I
anymore.
didn't.
You did. I was
You just
very
did
offended.
the 30 minus.
Yeah.
29.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, I got this number, and now I don't know what to do with
That doesn't mean
the.
anything. That's
That number's correct.
But I don't know what to do with the table.
what does it say?
TCDF. TCDF.
I already did that too.
And that's the answer.
Yeah.
Did you
Okay,
get
I
point
guess-
Did you just use X bar?
Yeah, there's that work. He said this number's right, and then he told me to put it in the calculator.
And what's the other?
It's 29. DF is 29.
You need Asperger's. Terminal disease.
No. Good. I'm just checking.
I don't know if I put it in.
Good. Very good. So if I fail to reject,
I don't know,
does that
we
mean
have
that
to
my
be-
unit is
exactly.
five?
Negative 120.
No. 3, 4. He said it was like this.
You know what I'm saying? That was one thing we missed, like across the board, just like a half went on. If I fail to reject, that doesn't mean that this is true, but null it, that we're talking about. It just means you don't have enough evidence, right?
Where'd you get my Oh, I put the other one. I didn't know what it was.
Put X bar.
I'm like, can't do this.
You're sure, Lucy?
Sure, I'll
We
burn
borrowed
all
that
that.
in your house.
You know they spelled it wrong one time in chapel? In that video.
Good,
Wow.
good job, y'all.
Do you know that?
What video?
Did you wanna check
You
this
didn't
out?
You like submitted the Sadie stuff. Why did you submit the Sadie?
Cool.
Oh, that was. I had to make that.
All right, we have a winner. I don't know what y'all's team name. Y'all have a team
We
name?
just went so fast for no reason.
Okay.
Are you kidding me? We lost. Stop, Johnny.
The
No more
Tigers.
The Tigers.
Los Tigres.
Oh, I am the tiger, spirit of the Puma. Yeah.
What?
That's poetic. Really?
What did they do today?
Yeah.
Yes, they're doing it. We're mad.
She works in.
You see, I got two more.
I feel like half the people haven't done
Dude,
it.
I just no.
No one's told us.
It was a group B.
Yeah, you can say like once 5 weeks ago, but like
I'm not.
I'm not a yearbook.
Very
group,
good.
So like, that's not.
Wait,
the senior group.
Who reads that?
How's it coming?
Rachel,
Actually, I probably
and all the senior
one of those
editors
people that would
resign.
read it.
I saw, when is the actual deadline? Is it next
Maybe like
Tuesday?
I think it's today,
I've
but probably
seen
midnight,
Maybe
but like
go
we can check them.
Because
like, he's the one that has to approve it.
And then they don't want this. That was super boring. Oh my god, I love Miami Snapchat's the worst thing. I love that one.
I literally just
Horrible.
I literally
They
just like
need
sent pictures
education
to my
shots
mom,
on
right?
I
So,
can't. What?
Do they have a lot of
Like,
fit?
what's
Yep. Taking notes after.
Do they have a lot of fit?
That's
Or
special
I
for
did
visual
not
for
know
all
approve that.
Okay, but it's a
It's just like,
There's like a couple of minutes of my work, like they go.
The TCDF?
Oh my god.
From Walker to Walker.
Go to the second
Yeah,
bars.
there's
Jack
one
Malone.
Huh?
Jack Malone.
Yes.
And then another guy from like.
All right, check this out. This is the answer.
Something like that seems like a manager. Like he doesn't actually play.
Check out the answer. Some of you I've already checked, but check yourself. Make sure that you got you got it up here. How'd you do, Tony?
Like if he's like sitting on a chair, you have to help him get up.
Wait, what was yours?
Yeah, he's a
yeah,
great
they
kid.
definitely think of voting for.
We already
So
looked
you
at
might,
those.
you might be
I'm
fine.
talking about honors. That's not mine.
Which one was it?
Oh, this
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
registered, yes, right? We have this.
She said,
Are we in?
what team?
Perfect probably. Right there.
There was one
Realistic,
talking
if
about
they
how
were
like
to
school
fit
was
you
a
down,
prison.
there's no reason.
There was one talking about like.
She said,
Because
I
we
said
don't read
that
it.
you
I have
said
one
first
excuses in my bag that I haven't turned in.
If you
Oh,
want to,
we laughed
choose
about
a team.
that. Yeah,
I
that
got
was
it
not
documented
It's not getting approved.
somewhere.
It's getting.
Who's
It's
the
like a
mine?
separate
Mine's
document.
stuck.
Do that,
I
and
think
then
I'm
I'll
confused.
I'll put a wherever you put it.
Why would you?
Like,
You
No,
said
he
that.
had it. No,
So you
like,
just
Did she
choose
spell
one.
full?
I know which team.
Yeah.
I would have spelled like P-O.
I don't know.
but like he wouldn't figure it out. And also
So
like it was
this
just
should
me
be-
like showing
which
it. I
should-
didn't show him Layla.
Make sure you standardize this, right?
I don't know.
So make sure before you do the lower, upper,
She said thank you for your
and
education.
degrees of freedom, make sure you
I
do
kinda
this.
like that.
Right away getting like
This one right here.
like who?
Like that.
You see this one? I'm sorry, this part? Make sure you do this to get this, and then that's where I plug this to the upper.
I think I'm gonna submit one.
So yes, this is 4.77. I think you got that. 4.77, but it's also negative 1.33. It's my T star. Does that make sense? And this comes from just plugging it in here.
So what do we need a T-star to use TCDF?
It can't, when we plug this in, I can't put 4.77 in because you have to put in the actual T-score, T-star, T-score. And normal CDF you don't, right?
Because they wouldn't let him.
Because when you do it, it doesn't have, remember I was talking about mean and standard deviations? You find it using degrees of
So
freedom.
good.
Oh,
I don't know if he will. Like,
If he doesn't, I will cry. But if he does, I will also cry for a different reason.
Okay. Hey, while people are writing this down, we're gonna go really official right now, and we're gonna make this really academic. What are y'all doing for winter break?
Oh, I'm going on a mission trip.
When do y'all leave?
Saturday.
Saturday. Very cool. I'm excited. Could you share like when you come back? Would that be okay? Just like how it went.
Yeah.
If you feel good, if you're like, no, I'm good on that.
Pictures on that thing, so I have pictures for you.
That's pretty cool. Alex, you said a cruise?
Yes.
What cruise?
He just like asked
I think I'm taking.
Wow.
Royal.
Very cool. Have you ever been on a cruise?
I mean,
Are they fun?
I love it.
Yeah.
That's what I
Like-
Traveling machine.
Yeah?
He's got enough value.
That's pretty nice. Yeah. That's pretty nice. I need a babysitter, by the way. Who babysits here?
I babysit.
I might need to.
Figure out
Date night.
What's that?
I don't babysit girls.
Yeah. It's probably
I'll
smart.
Yeah.
We won't know.
What is due
Probably
level?
smart. The due level?
You babysit? What? You babysit?
I love it.
I've never done it.
I didn't know that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Anybody else doing anything over winter break?
Ooh, like I would.
Man,
It's like a really.
I need to come with y'all. What needs to happen? It's good. Anyone else going anywhere?
Yeah, like we do.
Galapagos?
Me and Lindsay.
It's awesome. What are y'all? Is this for
It was the winter season, but now it's.
like you go like snorkeling and stuff?
Exactly.
Sea turtles.
Exactly. No, that wasn't
No, yeah. Very cool. Anybody else? Just curious, John Michael.
Visions is going to Disney World.
Are we serious?
That's pretty cool.
You're what?
Going to Disney World.
What day are you performing?
So rude.
Um,
So sorry.
Wednesday?
Yeah. Are you going to Disney World?
I've thrown around. Well, it's basketball season, right? So
Okay.
I can't. I thought about like just surprising my family, and being like, "We're going to Disney,"
That's what Beatrice
and just
said.
like, who cares? Like, we're going to Disney. So I was just curious.
Yeah. We'll be in Disney Springs on Wednesday.
They will enjoy the ride.
What is that number?
Hold up, was that a short joke?
What?
You said they'll enjoy the rides.
Your son, the 2-month-old.
The 2 month.
I don't know. I just
Say, I'm making a surgery.
What number is that?
Look at me.
I was a stretch.
Judge me.
What number is that?
Down here,
I can't read it.
0.08 is greater than 0.05.
Why is this conclusion different than like the others?
There's two conclusions here. It's not. It's the same thing.
Well,
This
you
top
worded
one
it
here,
differently.
this here from here down. This is a p-value
I don't want-
interpretation.
But it's also small.
But when we go to what's below, that's like a regular conclusion.
So we always have to have the p-value conclusion? 'Cause I don't understand.
Just be familiar with it.
I don't.
It's a good question.
Book picture.
Hey, Jacqueline had a good question. She said this top statement is just simply a p-value interpretation. Okay, so as we look at the bottom part, that's more or less what the regular conclusion would be. Okay, cool.
Really good.
All right, we didn't really go through too much new stuff today. I will tell you this is very important for the test as we come back off winter break. Let me give you what I need y'all to do, okay? All right, so here's what I would say. Project-wise, unless you feel inspired, I would say you could hold off on the project other than maybe modifying a few things if I gave it your group some things to modify, okay? So that's not a huge thing. The big part of this is learning 9.1 to 9.3, specifically 9.3, okay? So I need you to do 9.3 homework, okay? If you could do that by this week. I know in going like to Ecuador, if you're on a mission trip and you're like, you can't, just email me if you have issues with that. Also,
This Sunday, like, or this Sunday.
no, by next Sunday. So I give you all the whole week to do it, okay? Also, 9.3, see, I know it's like the second section, okay? It's actually this. It's called power. It's the power there. I got the power. That right here.
Oh no.
Okay. Sorry, I just felt that. As you go through this, it talks over that. Literally, it took, I think it was a podcast I did in 13 minutes. It was pretty good. Pretty good. So as you go to this, it literally is the golden nugget, which some of it you already know. And it's 1 through 3, okay? Here's what I would say. Power, I'll give you like 2 seconds worth. Power is not something, and I say it in a podcast, you do not have to solve for power. You just need to interpret power, okay? So if I give like, hey, this is what power is, you just need to interpret it and use it, okay? It's pretty easy podcast. Check that out, and then go through 9.3C, okay? I think that's it. The only other thing I'd say is, did you notice that I've not required you to do reading the last couple of times?
Yeah.
That's on purpose. That's because 9.3 is so important. I want you to focus all your attention on 9.2 and 9.3, okay? All right, really focus on that. When we come back off winter break, just so, I don't know if this helps you or not, you probably don't care, but Monday and Tuesday, we will be reviewing, and then the block day will be a test. So, that'll be it. Cool.
We need the golden nugget for this one.
The golden nugget for that one, did we do this one already?
Yesterday.
Yeah. We did before we did everything.
We did.
I wrote
that's
it on the
right.
wrong page.
It's okay. It's okay. That's 9.3. 9.3 day 1.
No one has FYI. Not the white ones.
You guys
Have a great winter break. Hey, Brianna.
Stupid.
Oh no.
You're not in trouble.
Yeah, we practice it in and get back.
My mom didn't know any question
Not to that.
Why was she doing
because my grade is plummeting.
Shane, have a great day.
what?
You didn't take attendance.
Thank you.
Sometimes I forget.
I'm gonna tell the friend.
Alright, team.
Oh, believe me, I'll tell myself because I'm bad at it. Because I get started, I get excited.
Can you put my face on next year's?
Next year's one, like just your
Yeah.
face there?
No, like with the golden nugget.
I
Like my
might.
face will look.
If you send me a picture through email, I'll
Jacqueline
I'll
needs
send it
to.
to
I
you.
told her to like Photoshop one with like a golden nugget in the back and then my face in the front.
that would be that would be so good. It'd be so good. Hey, I know you're frustrated. I
Yes.
didn't mean. I just didn't want to address it in front of everybody.
No, you're fine.
If that was cool.
I was kidding.
Um,
Jade and I know.
I know, I know that. I was telling Jaden, like, if you're upset, if you're frustrated, that's okay. Like, I want you to be that, you know? Like, I would be that.
Yeah.
At the same time, I want you to know I'm not, like, giving up at all. You know? I told Jaden the same thing. Like, what you do with it, that's up to you.
Yeah.
But as far as from my perspective, I'm still going to fight and push and do everything I can. I would say, as we approach Monday and Tuesday, that next test, you can come back from 100%.
Okay.
Okay?
I'm definitely gonna go back and watch
100%.
the podcast, like, because I know you post them for like the
Mhm.
stuff we've already done. Because I still don't think like I understand well.
I think that, and then here's the second thing, and I was going to tell you this, one-on-one, okay? It helps when you come in and let's do one-on-one stuff.
Mhm.
Where are you struggling? I can
Okay.
recognize it, and then I can tweak different things and then hit that hard, okay?
Okay.
So Monday especially, Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday or Thursday morning, it's going to be packed here because it'll be test day.
Mhm.
But Monday and Tuesday morning,
Come
like
in.
people are never here. Come on in, and we can even do problems together or
Okay.
whatever. And that way I can see where you're at.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Thank you.
Cool. Hey, have a great winter break, okay? John Michael,
Hi.
what's your
I was
thoughts?
just wondering why you didn't want to do corrections on this test.
That's a good question. I didn't do corrections mainly because it's normally multiple choice.
Okay.
And when I do the corrections, normally, hey, that's the only part. Mainly because the majority of the points came from the FRQ side. I'll tell you what, because I usually do the multiple choice, I could provide corrections for the multiple choice.
Okay.
I don't know how many points I'll give back. It might not be fully half the points.
Yeah.
Because that's what I have been doing. But with the FRQ, because that you kind of show your work as you go,
Yeah,
you can get partial credit on that, and that's why I normally do that.
No, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, yeah.
So I can see
Yeah,
that.
because that's mainly where I.
That's where you mess
Yeah,
up. If you do
'cause-
that, you got a B and you're good.
Yeah, because this, I calculated it out and it was an 88 with just this.
I'll tell you
and
what.
then it's-
No, John Michael, you're right. I'll do this. I'll send out an email or a remind on our group me that we have. I'll send it out to our group me and just say multiple choice questions can be corrected.
Okay.
Just make sure you correct them like normal and
Yeah,
go from
Yeah,
there.
yeah, because it was just a little.
It could be that I give you back like maybe not half of them, 2 out of
Yeah, yeah.
or
2 out of 6.
yeah, 2 out of 6 if you
Yeah,
do it. But
Okay.
even that would be helpful to
Oh, yeah,
fix
definitely.
that up.
Yeah,
so.
because it was just a little disheartening that 15 points of my grade was gone from two multiple choice
two
questions.
multiple choice.
Yeah.
100%. I agree. Do that. Send it to me. And when you said that, and as I was thinking, you're right. So I'll do that.
All right.
I'll do that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming to me. Appreciate you. All right, let's get if you could get the desks ready to go, we'll be rocking.
What? Coach, I'm gonna take my quiz over here.
Over there.
Coach, hey.
Oh, easy.
Easy now. Thank you, Coach. Give us-
Wait,
Were you hitting him?
That's-
I
yeah.
was checking his pocket.
Pat me down. I don't have it.
No.
What happened to my game?
Like these are the pain. You can get a 100 right now.
Devin was the thin piece.
Yeah.
Not the one I gave me.